There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Red Raiders will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Utah Utes offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The Utes can really attack on this second and short. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Here comes the heat. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
They'll go with a direct snap. Got the first down. Looking for more. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you get...
There he goes. Powers through. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Utes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for space, it's Parker. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas Tech's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DP? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To throw, it's Morton. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking for room. It's Joyner. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Williams. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Dampier. Puts it out of the air. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Motion from the back. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is in the air. Nestles it in at the 35. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Turning it on! Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking deep. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Utes have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parker. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. 4th You're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do you do?
Back to throw. It's Dampier. Touchdown, Utes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal. Are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. RPO complete to open the drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch in the middle, it's Eakin. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. Oh, he's got some space. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Red Raiders are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Morton. Pulls it in, it's Williams. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Lost to throw again. Grab near the sticks. It's Eakin. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
The Red Raiders, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll try the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Floats it out in space. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
He'll keep it himself, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off, and this opportunity to put something on the board, David.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Buys a little time. Quarterback gets the 1st down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
The give from the gun. The Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Dampier. It's complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
And the Utes getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Utes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Looking for blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the run, it's Joyner. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. but I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
And the Utes will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left on 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's loose. He's at the top. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. It's 24-13. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. That's caught. It's Bentley.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Red pass hits complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Caught in the backfield. It's Bentley. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
And the Utes send out the punt unit. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Joyner. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Breaks into the open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking downfield, it's Morton. Caught over the middle, it's Hudson. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Quick completion to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Virgil. It's a seam wide open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
The Red Raiders trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So a drive there of 85 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the high. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Utah! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Carter. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And the Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the returner will be knocked down. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Utes line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. He'll do it himself. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
But sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Already 2 for 2 on third down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Makes the grab down the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
They'll go to the ground. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Handoff from the gun. Nice move there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Utes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wants to go up top. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Back's looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. The give. Touchdown, Utes! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Virgil. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Lost a throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed over the middle. It's Eakin. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing down.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
The Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Catch in the middle, it's Virgil. And they get him down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Makes the catch. It's Virgil. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, this quarterback now has thrown for almost 450 yards. That is a lot of throws. That's a lot of success, just chewing up yards left and right. Have a day, young fella.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Joyner. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Catch in the middle, it's Parker. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Bentley. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. There he goes. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Back to throw, it's Dampier. Got it in the middle, it's Clemens. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Utes will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Game on the line. Offense has the ball. Down 1 score. Time winding down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back and forth.